Hey, welcome back to Red Blue Labs. In today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating a web vulnerability called execute after redirect. I'm going to be showing you how to identify it in a directory enumeration. I'm going to be showing you how to modify response headers, and then furthermore to get to that data that has executed and was blocked by being redirected. All right, let's dig right in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is connect to the website. At this point, do a directory enumeration. Feel free to pause the screen at any point to look at how the command was done. But we're going to go through all of the potential places that we can connect on this website. Now I'm going to pause on the screen right here because there's something I want to point out. When we do a directory enumeration, we can tell that we're dealing with a redirect because we can see right here that we've got an arrow. We've got a bunch of arrows. So what happens is when we go to accounts.php, so it would be, in this case, a.htb/accounts.php, we're not going to go to that website. We're going to be redirected to login.php. But what's unique here is that if we go to, let's look at this one here, for example, download.php, and we're going to get redirected to login, but the size of the file is 0, and that's good. That's actually normal. But what's abnormal is when we see the size being really big like this. So if I were to type accounts.php after a.htb, I will be redirected. However, there is some data that was transferred, and that's what we have. That's when we know we have got an execute after redirect. Something has executed after we've been redirected. In a previous video, we used Z-Attack proxy, and I demonstrated how to turn on the proxy and actually interrupt traffic as it's going through and you're visiting websites. We're going to do the exact same thing. In this case, we're going to be stepping through and we're going to be modifying response headers to see the data that's behind. How can I access that data that was executed after the redirect? So we have to pause and make sure that we can step through at this point. And now I'm going to type in accounts.php, which is our vulnerable site. What you can see on the screen here is that we're actually going to step through all of the interactions so that we can catch that response and modify it live. But before we do that, I'd like to show you the data that was executed. Zooming down here, if I pause the screen here, we can see that we've got an accounts right here, and we've got create account right here, files, file menu, website status. These are all things that have executed on this website, but we didn't see it because we were redirected before we could get to that point. We want to be able to see this live on the website so that we can create an account. Well, that's great, but how can we visually see that on the website? Well, we've got our proxy set up, so all we need to do is modify the response header so that instead of getting redirected, we're going to have a 200 OK, which is going to say, hey, you can go to this website and actually go there. Let's do it. You can see here I've deleted the 302. I've put in 200, and instead of found, we're going to do OK. Now I'm going to go over to the next step. And on our website, you can see that I've got we're past it. We can actually access accounts.php. I'm going to create a new user here, put in my username, password, and then I'm going to hit play on my proxy. So we're not stopping anything anymore. We're not interrupting. I'm going to go back to the main website, use my new login information, put my password in, and here we go. We've gained access to the website. So why is this a particularly nasty vulnerability? Well, first of all, it's super easy. If you see it in the wild, it's super simple to execute and do and modify that header to gain access to data that you're not supposed to have. And once you can gain access, and this is a perfect example of this machine here, that we were able to create the user and then go back and then use that user to gain access to a system that we weren't supposed to have access to in the first place. All right, hey, if you're enjoying my videos, please like and subscribe. That'd be great. And We'll talk to you soon. Bye.